Welcome back, family. My name is Nigel, and today we're going to be talking about why you need to add a Navy Federal Credit Union credit card to your wallet today. Specifically, we're going to be talking about not just Navy Federal cards for having one in your wallet, but for having one in your wallet if you're someone who does international travel. So, as you all may know, here recently I've been doing a lot more international travel, getting those stamps in my passport and taking my opportunities abroad and taking my knowledge abroad. So, I wanted to talk to you all specifically about how you're able to utilize your American credit report as well as your American finances when you're abroad and some of the best ways to do that. So that's what this video is about today with Navy Federal Credit Union. So first things first, Navy Federal Credit Union has majority of its cards with no annual fee, and the one card it does have with the annual fee has an extremely low annual fee of $49. So for essentially $50 a year you can get yourself a trade line with a minimum of $5,000, and it's a primary reporting good perfect account that you can use anywhere that Visa signature is accepted. And you also have their other cards that are offered in Visa and MasterCard, and of course you have the More Rewards card, which is an American Express card offered through Navy Federal. So there's plenty of options as far as different card processors and different benefits that you can get with these cards. Now, the second option, or the second reason that I'm telling you guys that you need to get a Navy Federal card if you're traveling abroad, and probably one of the more important reasons, even though I made it number 2, is that there's no foreign transaction fees with the Navy Federal card unless you use it abroad for a cash advance at an ATM that is not a Navy Federal ATM. So if you go and you use your card abroad for a cash advance, you will be charged $1 per transaction. However, if you use your card abroad just to make purchases, you will not be charged any fees for using your Navy Federal card abroad. This is extremely important, and it definitely adds up because sometimes we don't realize how many times we swipe our card a day, especially when we're abroad. So you might be abroad and you may be purchasing, 3 meals a day. There goes $3. You may want to stop and get a drink somewhere or a snack or whatever. You might do that 2 times a day. There goes $5. You stop at one store, then you go to the next store. It adds up, and it may not seem like a lot, but just in using $1 as a simple basic unit, I can easily tell you that traveling abroad, you could easily spend $10 to $20 a day just at a foreign transaction fee of $1. And some of these banks are charging, $5, $7, $8 for, transaction fees and using your card abroad, and using, between you using your card abroad from your bank and then the bank abroad that you may go to use their processors, they may charge you as well. And of course, the U.S. government or your bank has control of that. I will tell you as well, Navy Federal does reimburse for certain debit cards that you have with them as well, if you use them at ATMs that are not in their network, and that works abroad as well. So definitely check that out. Now, number 3 is going to be reason number 3 I'm going to recommend you to get a Navy Federal credit card if you're traveling abroad is ease of use. All you have to do is call Navy Federal and say, hey, I'm going to Paraguay this week. Please don't lock my card if I use it, if you see it being used in Paraguay. And they will instantly, make sure that they note that in the system on your account. You can actually even do it now in online banking or in your mobile app and notify Navy Federal that you're going to be traveling to avoid them putting any restrictions on your account while you're traveling. Personally, I've traveled abroad multiple times in the past few years, have never had a problem with them locking my card when I use it abroad. Now, reason number 4 that I'm going to recommend you get a Navy Federal card if you are traveling is 24-hour access to your bank. I cannot express enough how important this is, that, when you are abroad, if something happens, I always know inside of me that I can call Navy Federal and I can say, hey, this is what's going on, and I need to use my card right now. And, they can verify whatever information they need to verify and unlock my account. Personally, have never had this issue with Navy Federal while traveling abroad. I have had issues with trying to use my card before, and I just either had to, text back yes or call in, and the situation was rectified. So I love that you have that 24-hour access to your account. Reason number 5 is going to be free rental car insurance. So if you're renting a car, and this is something I've actually used with Enterprise, you go and you rent a car with your Navy Federal cash rewards card. When you rent that card, Navy Federal will actually give you free rental car insurance for that car if you decline the insurance coverage from the car rental company. So that is amazing. I can't even begin to express how amazing it is. You have to love that feature from Navy Federal Credit Union credit cards. It's not every card though, so call in and make sure that you're using the appropriate card to get that benefit, and make sure that it's still active before you make your purchase before you complete your transaction for your rental car. And last but not least, reason number 6 that you should get Navy Federal for traveling abroad for a card is that Navy Federal offers a zero liability policy for reported unauthorized transactions. So if someone is using your card or gets a hold of your card while you're abroad, you can call in, you can report that, and Navy Federal will investigate it and then put your money back on your card. So that's a very great feature to have, especially when traveling abroad. If you lose your card or anything like that, you have the 24-hour access to the bank. You can call them, say, hey, I lost my card. I saw this transaction go through. Please lock my card and give me my money back. And it's pretty much just that easy. And, they might ask you a couple more questions. Hey, where's the last time you saw your card? Blah, blah, blah. What's the last transaction you made? All that good stuff. And then after that, typically they give you your money back and reissue you a new card. So with that being said, as always, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being part of the family. And we'll see you in the next video.